To the depths of the dressing room here ahead of the Leeds Rhinos taking on London Broncos this afternoon. Brian Noble, the Bradford coach, is with us, and how do you read this one, Brian?
Well, I think Leeds are the hot team at the moment. They've started really well. I think London, in all fairness, will show a lot of enthusiasm. They've got to do to compete today, but Leeds are running hot in their early season form, so I think they're going to the game favourites. It's going to be a tough ask of London, but they're a durable team and they pull a lot of surprises out.
But my goodness, breathless stuff, wasn't it, at Franklin's Gardens, Jonathan? Could red be the colour here this afternoon as well?
Well, I think the talking point of the Union, very briefly, will be that uncontested scrum. I don't think Leicester will leave that go. Talking about this afternoon's game, I think expectations are so high in Leeds at the start of every season. They will come, out firing.
It is a tough ask of London, but I'll be a fool to predict against them.
As the two sides make their way onto this Headingley ground, you get the feeling also, Brian, that from the Leeds point of view there's a tremendous amount of expectation from the huge support that they always get here. This is a season when Leeds must deliver something of some kind.
Well, they've had that kind of mantle to carry for the last 5, 6, 7. All the time you talk about Leeds, they're a big club in rugby league and their expectations are high, and none so more than this year. And they've recruited very, very well in the off-season, and they look a really solid outfit with all the combinations of speed, guile, size, agility, and no mental application as well. So it's they'll be feeling very, very confident going into this year. They always start well.
OK, stand by then for more Cup excitement. You can barely see the join between our Rugby Union and our Rugby League coverage this afternoon. But this is Challenge Cup Rugby League. Leeds Rhinos against London Broncos, and Ray French is in position.
Will that earn of expectation that Jonathan Davies talks about be fulfilled this year? Well, we'll know very soon. Leeds have gathered a squad of experienced campaigners, young and emerging. They don't come more experienced than that man there, Jim Dimmock, the London Broncos skipper. The Aussie Test player. Leeds coach Darryl Powell fielding 3 of his new signings: Gary Connolly, Chris McKenna, and Andrew Duneman taking his place alongside the 20-year-old Rob Burrow at half-back. And new signings don't come any bigger than former Wigan and Canberra Raiders second rower David Furner. He takes his place there in a very powerful back row with Adamson and Sinfield. No Dennis Moran, the Broncos' leading try-scorer of last season. He's out with a knee injury, but look out for a new half-back combination of Cumbrian Rob Purdham and former Newcastle junior Chris Thorman. And up front, a blend of British talent in Neil Budworth and Richard Marshall, and that Aussie experience in Steel Retzlers, and new signing Bill Peden from Newcastle Knights. Pitch in excellent condition. We've not quite had that rain that was over the Pennines this morning.
Jim, you call, mate.
Referee Steve Ganson there
throw
from
it up. Call
St
when it's in the air. Throw it up.
Just allowing the
Good
two
girl.
young ladies, the mascots, to
What do you want, Jim?
toss the coin.
What do you want? Rugby or league?
And alongside me, Ian Millward, the coach of the
league.
successful
All
St
right.
Helens
So
side last night.
All right.
Fascinating contest, Ian.
Yeah, it was a good contest last night. Contributed to the weather and us having a few players out, but they played extremely well battling. They showed extremely good skill for a wet night, and they did themselves proud, the Rugby League town of Batley.
And I think the players of both teams should be warned. Steve Ganson, he might have a smile on his face, but he's already sent 3 players off in 2 matches this season. Very firm, strict disciplinarian. Needs to
onside, boys.
start the game with their skipper, Kevin Sinfield.
Let's go, Kev.
Missed out on Leeds' last 2 cup final appearances, so he'll be keen to rectify that this year. And the Broncos in any natty bright red jersey. Good tackling there, 3 Leeds defenders. Wayne MacDonald in excellent form. Watch out for him, the big number 17. Leeds beat Whitehaven 46-6 in round 4, and London beating Oldham by 42-12 in the same round. 5th round then of the Power Gen Challenge Cup. London just launching attack courtesy of Chris Thorman. Francis Cummins, once the youngest man to play at Wembley, and now
Foot on the ball
10
before
years
we go,
later
lads.
in his testimonial year. London moving in quite quickly, Ian.
Yeah, they are. They're just filling both teams out. It's a little bit high there on McDonald, tallest man in Super League at 6'7", so you got to climb high for that.
Okay, hang here. Hang here. Don't start swearing. Hang on.
Yep, Francis Stevenson, the culprit.
Get him down. Don't go up, right? No, listen to me. Get him down.
Well, he's optioned there, the referee's definitely a penalty, Ray, but there's also the option of putting him on report. So the committee can have a look at it during the week and see if he deserves to have a little bit of a break. But it was a high shot.
And Yestin Harris, the former Leeds Rhinos half-back, he's not on duty in Cardiff or Wales with Rugby Union. I'm sure that'll set a few tongues wagging, Ian.
Well, it certainly will, and there is reports that he may be coming back to Leeds in 2004, and that'll give the newspaper people plenty to talk about there.
Leeds then on the attack. Rob Bonham in the middle, step inside.
Second, come on.
10 metres then from this Broncos line. Matt Diskin. Duneman to Keane Senior. Oh, now then, is that a double movement or is that a try? Inject the double movement, I think, Ian.
Okay, Senior is the form centre of Super League last year and this year. He's an enormous man, had a great tournament in the World Sevens down in Australia. And this is a real threat here for London here today, the size of the two lead centres. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. He's in momentum here. Does the ball hit the ground? He reaches out. It'll be a double movement, Ray. You'll find it's a double movement, no try.
Yeah, he goes down with the elbow, doesn't he? Then he lifts it up again and puts it over the line. Good decision, I think, from Steve Ganson to refer it to Jeff Berry, the video referee.
But it's great, the technology in it. You know, he can have a second call, because let's not forget, this is a knockout game. There's no second chance for the loser here. They're out of the Challenge Cup. Well, the video ref said
no try.
No try.
And of course, it is an offence, so it's a penalty kick to London Broncos.
And we aren't the video refs either, are we, Ray?
No.
We just make it.
we just argue about it.
Yeah, that's our job there.
Chris, we're over here, mate. Okay, Frank.
London got very pleasant memories of this Headingley ground. A lot of the grandstand viewers, no doubt, will remember that 99 semi-final when Steel Rexless took them to Wembley with that last gasp try.
Not too eager, boys. I'm in the line.
There he is. Using this short side down here. Richard Marshall, Halifax and Huddersfield prop. Jim Dimmock, new skipper instead of Jason Hetherington, who's out with a shoulder reconstruction. Tony Martin didn't quite expect that. Good tackle there from Francis Cummins. Still London, though, in possession.
It was interesting earlier, Ray, we were talking about Wayne McDonald, the tallest man in Super League and Rugby League in the UK. They also comprise the smallest man in Rob Barrow, their number 7. He's the smallest player in Super League. So they've got the big and the short, the Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Little and large, remember those two? Jim Dimmock on the 5th tackle. Not the best of kicks, not the best of catches from Steve Hall, but Andrew Donovan, one of the new signings, coming up with possession. Not the best of executions there from Broncos.
No, actually, their first 2 kicks, the London Broncos, have probably been a little bit disappointing for coach Tony Ray. He would have liked to see this bigger Leeds team come off their line, not start in a bit of
a smashing his way through, takes some pulling down this lad.
Well done, mate.
Still Leeds using the short side.
5.
Diskin on the 5th tackle. Sinfield. Nice little touch down the corner there. Coleman's racing for it. Good cover. Terrific covering there from Nigel Roy, the fullback.
Second here.
Well, the two of that London pack getting back a little slow, but all credit there to Steve Hall, the wingman, coming in.
Well, that's a chase and a kick every coach wants. Right in the right position, the kick, and the chase was excellent. And now they're winning field position here, Leeds.
Stand again, come on, Matty.
Ray, they've only
on,
have
mate.
not even
All
made it
the
to their
way.
30 here.
No. Again, on the 5th tackle, kicking to the wings, picked up there by Mark Calderwood.
Right, stand again, boys.
A
Richard,
Londoner
yeah.
himself, some of his family still watching on TV down there in Greenwich, I'm sure.
Second, here. Come on, Jim. Yeah.
Diskin. Ryan Bailey, one of the 19-year-olds from the Great Britain Academy side who did so well to beat the Australian schoolboy. Just look out for this lad during the afternoon. Ryan Bailey, senior. Duneman. Francis Stevenson in the tackle, number 8 for London. Good movement there by Diskin, spotted a little bit of a gap around that ruck area on the 5th tackle. Again, Leeds electing to run it, but Sinfield well picked up. Rather a surprise to see that lad on the wing there, Tom Hockley. Normally a second row.
Second, here.
Yeah, he's been signed from Wakefield and utility player, and I think that's the first time I've seen him on the wing, only a young fella, and it'll be interesting to see how he adapts to the kicks against him. He's had 2 in a row.
Has played in the centre before.
4, here.
Again, Chris Thorman pushing them all right downfield, but a little bit too far. No problem there for Gary Connolly. One of the major signings this season by Leeds from Wigan, Gary Connolly.
And I think the other signing for Wigan, David Furner, one of the most professional players in the game. I think he'll add a lot to the Leeds team. He's a tremendous buy, David Furner.
First, yeah.
Leeds attacking down this short side constantly.
Second, here.
Matt Adamson, Kevin Sinfield, Ryan Bailey. A little bit hesitant there, I think, but good movement there from Bill Peden. Burrow.
That'll be interesting, Ray, is the matchup between the 2 centres. The Leeds 2 centres, Senior and McKenna, are much bigger and stronger than the 2 London ones, and that's where I think is an area that they can really dominate Leeds here today.
There's no doubt about it, Ian. A lot of big centres in the game of rugby league days, isn't it? I mean, both McKenna and Senior, 16 stone apiece.
Yeah, they are, and they both can run very quick. And you know, isolated one-on-one, they're a handful to take it at any time.
Jim Dimmock trying to get things started in midfield. Not that way. He's lost the ball. Matt Adamson. Now then, a set of 6 for Leeds. Diskin. David Furner. All defence so far for Jim Dimmock and his lads. Bailey has a very upright stance, very similar to Adrian Morley, I think, the Sydney City Roosters in Great Britain second row. Here's a chance now for Leeds. Oh, no, good blocking there. Rob Turdham, number 6, came in very, very well. Bailey, Diskin, little dart and a dash there, but no.
5, back on the line.
On the 5th
Johnny
tackle.
Martin.
Rob Burrow poised for the kick. Oh, well, he ducks under. A bit more difficult to go round his neck than the 6'7" McDonald.
Well, he does, and he's very difficult to stop because he has very quick acceleration and footwork, and big guys don't like tackling smaller men like that. And gee, they're finding it very hard to get out of their half, London, with a kicking game and also a few errors. They're very much dominating field position here at the moment, Leeds.
But no points. Just coming up for 10 minutes. Still Leeds 0, London 0. Side. And that's significant, Ian. The first penalty in the match.
Well, it's interesting too, and it's a rugby league rule. If any dissent against the referee for his decision, you'll be marked 10 metres. And I think it's a good rule that you know, you can't change the referee's decision. But I think it's a good image for the game also.
At least 5 yards offside. I call you ignore. No, don't walk away, so you can walk away over there. Sort it out. If he gives me back chat again, that'll be the end of it. All right. Yeah? All right, okay, mate. Yeah, well, get him back on side.
I think he's handled that really well, Steve Ganson. He's told him what he wanted. And the only way for the Leeds players to solve it is to do what he says.
Reminds me of a couple of school teachers I used to work with, Ian.
You look a bit like an ex-school teacher, right?
Any more back chat and you can go. Good advice, good advice. And London, at last, out of their own half. What can they do? Foreman. Nigel Roy. Signed from the Northern Eagles club, down under. Purdom, looking for support. There was a gap there if Rob Purdom could have got that ball away. Jim Dimmock, short pass here now to Stevenson, but that's a good tackle. Holman again. Holman for the fifth tackle.
Okay.
Dimmock. Nice pass, but good tackling. That was well read there by Chris McKenna. McKenna knew what he was going to do, anticipated the pass, and then he went to him.
Yes, he did, and he had to come up with it. It was the last tackle. They decided to run it, London, and they were looking for points, and the next best thing would be to get the ball back, and unfortunately they run it. I think Chris McKenna got a bit of a shoulder injury out of that tackle too. Be interested to see how he responds.
68% territorial advantage to Leeds there, Ian, yet not a point on the board.
No, I think it's great testament to the London's enthusiasm and the way they're defending, but you can't continue that without conceding points.
A lot of enthusiasm for rugby league in London now. Two professional teams, the Broncos and the London Scarlets there for the first time since 1936, and lots of academy lads and scholarship boys and schools now playing the 13-a-side game. And as usual, Richard Duckinfield down there. Any early news, Dick?
Chris McKenna, who's getting the action there for Leeds. He's injured his left shoulder in a tackle earlier on. He was holding it very gingerly, obviously painful. Leeds are dominating field position in this game so far, obviously so. But I think Darryl Powell will be a bit concerned that they haven't actually translated that yet into points. And for the Broncos, well, they've got two kickers there. They've got Rob Purdom and Chris Thorman, who they're relying on to get the ball into the Leeds half, really.
Stevenson, number 8, leading the charge. Offside again.
Mate, I'm not copying and running commentary about 10 metres off him all afternoon. Now sort it out. Next one's going in the sin bin. That's 2. I ain't having it.
Well, what he said is he's sick of dissent of them reporting to the referee what they view the way he should referee the game, and he's just absolutely said Keith Seniors did it. Now Matt Diskin, the young hooker's done it. He said, let me referee the game, you play the game. Next one who gives me a bit of a barrage of what I should be doing will go to the sin bin. So that's fair enough.
Well, we did say that this lad Steve Ganson has quite a reputation. 3 players have been shown the red card in 2 matches this season, and certainly he's already warned Diskin and Keith Senior. So a chance for Tony Martin, former Melbourne Storm. Doesn't look too happy, but he'll have to put up with it, will Diskin? Martin normally with an 80% accuracy. It's just gone over. It has. And the 4 or 5 dozen of the London Broncos fans who have travelled up from the city, happy with that 2 points. Tony Martin then, first scorer.
Well, there's been some significant changes made here. Both sets of front rowers from both teams have been replaced. Barry McDermott, the number 1 front rower for Leeds, and also the Great Britain front rowers come on with the young Danny Ward. The other interesting one's Russell Bowden's come on. And Australian front rower who the viewers at home should keep an eye on. He gets an awful lot of unloads. Big, strong guy, very hard to handle. So we've got 4 fresh front rowers. I think that's indicative of the amount of work probably London's done more than Leeds.
Leeds then exchanging the prop forwards with the 12 interchange rule from the 4 substitutes. Barry McDermott, one of the substitutes, right into the faces of the Leeds, of the London pack. Oh, bang. That looked a trifle high.
Well, they've all been a little bit close, but that's what you get in contact sport. It's a fine line between a good one and a bad one sometimes.
Rob Jackson trying to make progress down this left-hand side. London looking much better now. Dimmock. Chris Thorman again. Well taken by Connolly, read that well.
I think the good thing there, Ray, from an experience point of view, Gary Connolly, an international, played in numerous Challenge Cup finals, is that not only good catch, his positional play, outstanding positional play.
Leeds fans underneath this south stand where we are sighted, beginning to rouse this team. Good ball to Senior. Senior smashing through down that left-hand side. Good run there by Senior. Slight possibility of holding down there. Rob Burrow. That's Retchless's. Tom Hockney coming in from the wing. London playing very simple but very effective rugby with this pack. Still in possession. Nigel Roy just coming into the line now. Dimmock. Budworth. Still London 2, Leeds 0. Cheers there from the Leeds fans on the terraces for that offside decision.
Okay, come on.
McDermott, oh, nice slip pass, judged to have hit Diskin's knees. No contact with his hands or his arms. Still Leeds in possession. Burrow, Sinfield. Adamson looked for the gap, saw it but couldn't get through. Good tackling again by that Broncos cover. It's a knock on. And Leeds not exactly getting anywhere against this London defence since that Senior probe down the left.
Well, any breaks have been making, it's been around Senior, but you know, after the first 10 minutes, it was all Leeds, and they denied them London with some great defence. And now they're finishing their sets of 6 off very poor at the moment. Leeds with a drop ball and a poor kick the previous ruck. So the momentum's changing a little bit at the moment. London have definitely come back, and there's definitely an even contest as Leeds dominated early.
Only ever met once in the cup, these two sides at Wembley back in '99, and very few players still around here. Just Cummins, McDermott, Retchless and Toshack.
And the news of Chris McKenna, the Rhino centre, is not good. He's back in the dressing room having treatment. He's got a torn shoulder muscle, and the initial verdict is that he won't be playing any further part in this game.
And that looks to be where he got the injury. You could see there was a stretching of the arms there, Ian.
Yeah, it was in that tackle when he reached out for it. It's body bloated to Leeds out because it reduces their bench now from you're allowed 4 fresh people down to 3, and he's a good player. He was a test player for Australia last year.
And that man, number 5 there, who just took the ball up, Shep Walker, on for McKenna. Rob Walker. Amy Ferner. But again, relentless defence here by the Broncos, moving well across the field. Senior. Looks to be one player who could make a break down there. Gary Connolly. Duneman. Well taken. Nigel Roy read that very, very well.
Fast move! Come on, Danny Ward!
Not a lot happening from the Leeds half-backs at the moment, Ian.
No, you know, it's a bit of a tussle between the front rowers, and they're getting some go forward, but it's just what off the back end of it, it's probably not the quality that both coaches will be looking for, especially their last couple of kicks leads at the present. But, you know, we're getting up to 20 minutes and only 2 points.
Darryl Powell, the Leeds coach, quite intense. Will not be too happy at the moment. And London doing very well to get the ball out, but not really going too far. Hardly made a metre there. And Tony Ray, well, he doesn't look very happy about it, does he?
Frank, no play.
No, what they're ruling here, the London players are asking, is it a 40-20? Because if you kick the ball in rugby
No,
league
never played
inside
it.
your 40 and it goes in the opposition 20,
Okay.
you get the scrum and you get the feed and you retain the ball. You get double set of 6, but it hasn't gone there. And the wing was out of spot there. It was an opportunity.
Lads, keep tidy around the rucks, boys. Tidy rucks. Okay. Lock in. Back line.
Burrow. Nice little move there. Burrow coming round the open side. Flipped the ball to the blind. Didn't fool London though. Burrow again. Good movement now. Out to Calderwood. He's got space out wide. Good tackle. Now, was that a penalty? Was he tackled and then thrown into touch? I think he was.
Well, the referee's ruled it's a second shove. Here we try to create space here by giving it to Calderwood. He's got speed. He's tackled on the ground here now. Now he drags him and pushes again. No, you're not allowed to do that. His momentum, he tackled him. He can't continue with it.
Back here, boys.
Burrow.
Well, Danny Ward, one of the fresh front rows, has come on. He's touched the ball twice now for two drop balls. And, you know, last scrum there, Ray, I felt that both teams were looking for the ball going to touch to just get a bit of a breather. So, you know, eventually some of these areas are going to punish one of these teams.
There's a lot of tackling going on, Ian, but there's not a lot of cohesion, is there?
No, you know, and there's some good go forward at times, and then sometimes there's not enough go forward. It's a bit of mixture of everything at the moment. One team needs to get some momentum.
Second down again. Come on, lads.
There we are, 100 already. Retchless.
Third. Keith.
Rob Purdon moving it out wide, but not the best of passes there to Russell Borden. That's a good pass. Well picked up too by Jim Dimmock. Connolly doing the sensible thing. 2 or 3 Broncos attackers bearing down on him.
Well, there's some good skill here by catching a ball in a bad position. The kick's good, the wing is up. Connolly's had to retrieve it. Good positional play by him. But at the moment, the reason London is so more competitive at the moment too, Ray, is their kicking game's been a lot more astute and a lot more precise than the Leeds team. And that's why they've been able to retain possession here.
Okay, mate.
A little bit of a problem for Danny Ward, one of the substitutes.
Well, it's a blood bin, Ray, and in the new rules now, you're allowed to make 12 changes. In the old rule, blood bin didn't count as a change, but in the new one, a blood bin does count as a change. So it's misfortunate now when you've got to come off with blood, because it counts as a change.
Russell Borden. Foreman. Still Retchless. Never stops working, this lad, Retchless. Great campaigner in the back row for London. Neil Budworth, signed from the Wigan club, a former Blackbrook amateur. Oh, that's a good one! London! Have London got it down?
They always say first impressions are best impressions, Ray, and from here it looks like he has. The other interesting thing before we see this, Ray, is the amount of unloads in the last 5 to 10 minutes that London have started bringing their game. through the Leeds defence.
Well, he certainly takes them by surprise, does Bill Peden here, doesn't he?
Well, they're all onside, so that's a fair call. That's the first thing the video ref will check to see they're all onside. He's now come through fairly aggressive.
Does he knock it on?
Well, the end on one will say this. He's onside, he's got the ball, and no, gee, first impressions, he's lost it here, Ray. It's gone through his hand, so he's lost it there. He's lost it.
That looks a knock on. Or does he go to ground? Does he come off the top of his knee and back into
Ray,
that
he loses it, but doesn't go on the ground. It comes through his hands, hits his chest, and comes back up to his hands. So it doesn't hit the ground after it comes through his hands. Now, here it's definitely gone through his hands. It's come off his elbow, but has he controlled before it's hit the ground? Has it hit the ground, Ray?
No, I don't think it has.
Well, his hand's gone back underneath it.
But then, does he get the ball down?
Well, obviously he's lost it here, but it doesn't lose it forward. Jeez, and don't forget the ruling in rugby league: when in doubt, you go for the attacking team. I just seem to think here, he squeezed it back up before it's hit the ground. Gee, I'm going to have to probably say this is a try.
It looks a try. It looks a try.
Yeah.
I don't think it actually touches the pitch.
Well, the London blokes are ready back for the kick-off, and the Leeds blokes are ready for the shot at goal. So a lot of body language says it is a try, and I'm going to go for a try here. He actually squeezes the ball back up before it hits the ground, so it's no knock on. So I've got to go try.
I think I'd agree with you. Well, we'll see if we are right or we're wrong, but I think Bill Peden certainly anticipates a try, and he's quite right. And well deserved too. The kick was a good one to the corner. He took the cover by surprise. The former Newcastle Knights player. And Tony Martin with his second attempt. Hardly any wind about. Good conditions underfoot. Martin there with this strike. It's hovering around, but no, it's not there. So, London Broncos edge out a little further. 6 points to 0. And how much could this Rhinos side do with the Iestyn Harris now?
Well, Ray, I think we said when we come in the company, we said that Eric's expectation you have with a Challenge Cup because it's a knockout. There's just that feeling in the air because you know there's going to be a loser here. The favourites are Leeds at the moment, especially the last 10 minutes with the amount of unloads they've got when they've had the ball. London, they're starting to dominate field position. Is there a shot coming, Ray?
A long time yet, Ian, a long time yet. 55 minutes. In fact,
I've been very surprised that we're at...
The Leeds Rhinos doctors being certainly get busy. Danny Ward, the unfortunate Danny Ward, is back in the dressing room. A blood vein, as we said earlier. A very nasty cut to his right hand. It looks as though the furthest two fingers are laid open in some way or other, but I imagine it won't stop him from coming back onto the field.
certainly Leeds struggling to have lost two substitutes so far, Ian, so early.
Well, they have, but, you know, you're allowed 12, and that's the benefit of it. You're allowed 12, so they wouldn't want to lose any blokes for the rest of the game.
Okay.
London just playing sound, simple, sensible rugby around the ruck area, driving it 2 or 3 with the pack, then pushing the kick downfield. Obviously, just playing for position. Just look at that there. 6 Broncos attackers and another Leeds player down. Diskin by the looks of things.
Well, if you're a surgeon at the moment, this is where Diskin gets hurt. He gets his head in the wrong spot, and his knee's the one actually what gets. Oh, Calderwood nearly breaks through there. Yeah, Diskin would be a big player, then they'd probably have to move young Maguire in and put Burrow to 9, and that'd be interesting if that happens. It'd be interesting to see what happens here with Diskin.
Well, the problems are piling up for the Rhinos. I mean, a confident start, then it seemed to go all awry. Now Matt Diskin's back in the wars again. As you saw, it's his left knee that was troubling him. He's back in action again, not limping too badly, so maybe he can carry on.
Well, they certainly need a doctor at half-time, this Rhinos team. Well, they've got a psychologist who is supposed to be teaching them how to cope under pressure, and I'm sure he'll be needed as well in that half-time period, because Leeds not really doing a lot here. A worried Darryl Powell on the left there. Calm, contented Tony Ray, the Broncos, on the right. But can Leeds do something now? Rob Burrow needs a little spark from this man. Good tackling though, very good defence from the Broncos. Duneman. Harry Connolly. Kevin Sinfield. Oh, my God. Well intended, but a little bit ambitious.
Both teams continually try and unload the ball in desperate situations, and the team that can come up with better control is going to be the victor. Oh, look, I've got to say there, Ray, too, on the left-hand side before that ruck, Kusunya had plenty of room in front of him. He had less defenders in front of him, and they ignored him, and I think he was very frustrated. He wants the ball. He's touched it twice, and he's made numerous inroads.
Broncos racing away here. Couple of gaps down this left-hand side. The Broncos now in full flow. Foreman pushing it across to Jim Dimmock. Dimmock. Cummins did well there. But again, just look at the intensity of that Broncos defence driving in. Good run by Connolly. Holding down.
Come on, Tony. Quick.
Very firm, decisive in his decisions, the referee.
Well, that'd be an extreme concern for both coaches, those last couple of sets of six. Both times London's got down here, they've conceded penalties on an early ruck. And the other thing was, for Leeds, is London made their way up the field very easily. So that's a concern for the Leeds defence.
Sinfield doing his best to try to work something out wide. Matt Adamson there trying to crash through, but again, no way past this Broncos defence. Chev Walker.
And Dave Rotham, the Broncos assistant coach, Dave, this is something to build on, right?
Yeah, we've done all right first half hour. With the early onslaught from Leeds, we weathered that, and we're front on the scoreboard, and it's probably deserved at the moment.
Thanks, Dave.
Back to the action. Winskey Senior, the one man who can get there, gets into the corner, back inside to Senior, and that's a superb try. We said he looked to be the one man to force a gap through, and there he is. 16 stone, 3 pounds, Keith Senior. 24 tries last season. The leading try scorer here at Headingley. And suddenly he puts the smile on the Leeds fans' faces. And it was needed.
Well, here, once again, they get the ball. Senior not in a real comfortable position, but he palms two off of that huge right fend he has. Great draw and pass to his winger Cummings. Keeps alive on the inside. And they run out of numbers, London. But it's just his strength, and he's got a tremendous right-arm fend. And, it's quite significant. The amount of times he's touched the ball, the metres he's made is probably a cue for Leeds. It's a tough ask for Tony Martin, the London centre.
David Thurner. Gets the 2 points. And Leeds back on level terms. 6 apiece here at Headingley. A place in the quarter-finals at stake.
Oh, here, see Duneman here going, looking for him. Gee, that fend again. He's strong. Good work there. The London blokes had to go for Cummings. Plenty more Leeds blokes on the inside, which is encouraging. They all pushed up forward.
Francis Cummins pulled the 2 defenders onto himself nicely, didn't he?
Well, he did, you know, and maybe there could have been better communication from one saying, I have Cummings, you stay on Senior. But they didn't have a lot of room to move in, Ray, because they're very close to the line. actually been chanting here, there's only one Eston Harris. I think they should be chanting there's only one Koo Senior, because he looks their most potent force at the moment.
Can that score put a little bit more confidence now in this Leeds side? You can see the pressure that Leeds have been under there, with Sinfield and Adamson leading the tackling stint.
I think the key here for London, Ray, is not to concede any more points before half-time. If that happens, I think Leeds will get a real roll on.
David Ferner, former Canberra Raiders second row down under. Barry McDermott, good charge there from the Great Britain prop. Only just returned to action after minor surgery. Steve Hall.
Well, after a try, Ray, the best thing you want to do from a playing and coaching point of view is get to a kick, and they certainly got that with a good kick. They did, Leeds.
London just quite content to play it around the ruck area, not too adventurous. And then the kick.
I tell you what, they return serve very well here with a great kick and chase here, London.
They certainly do. Suddenly Leeds are within 10 metres of their own line, Ian.
Well, they are, and they're on the second ruck, and Leeds players have not got back behind the ball.
Back line. All the way.
Duneman having to slip into the acting half-back area and doing a good demonstration of one of those birds that used to pack water I once got for Christmas as a kid. Good ball from Sinfield. Nice one from Bailey. Oh, lovely pass. Duneman, can he get it away? Yes, he can. Bailey again. Good rugby here. Oh, he's ducked underneath. It's still going. Oh. Now then, was it just as a tackle? Did his elbow hit the ground?
Oh, this will be a contentious one, because there was a try beckoning here. There's a lot of unloads here. They were creating a lot of space and numbers here, Leeds. They were just surviving it here in London. Oh, yeah. Oh, gee. I know the ball touches the ground, but did he have control? The defender, I think the defender lost control of him and had every right to get up and run.
He's all action though, isn't he, Rob Burrows? He's only 10 stone 8, and he says he's put 5 pounds on in the winter.
Ooh, he must have wearing heavier boots, he must be, but no, he's a handful. It's great in sport how little men can be so dangerous. It doesn't have to be the big guys.
I think it's good in our game now, because a lot of power has come into the game, and it's good to see half-backs like him still doing well.
It caused a lot of trouble when he ducks under tackles, Ray. That's where his big forte is there too.
London hitting back. Neil Budworth. Purdom. Good break from Purdom. Stevenson now. Good tackle from Leeds there from Bailey. 4 minutes remaining. Threatening here from London. Oh, well picked up by Burrow. Near to the ball on the ground, I suppose.
Doesn't get much better for the Rhinos. Barry McDermott is missing. He's the latest one to have to go off. After the last drive he made, he immediately got up, turned around, looked at the bench. He looked okay, but then he was off the field, still looking all right, but straight into the dressing room. Exactly what's wrong, we'll find out.
McDonald, now he can run, this man. He's looking for support. He's going out towards the wingman. Gets him back inside. That's no. Holding back. This might be a sin bin.
Pulling Christina back in back play, Tony Martin.
Well, it's got to be, hasn't it, Ray? If he's pulling back there. Gee, you know, I think Wayne McDonald's a very quick man for a big man, but gee, they would have liked to finish that off a bit better. They had more numbers there to pass it to, Leeds.
Yep. He's just giving out the penalty, no sin bin. So 3 minutes remaining in this first half. London desperate here not to go in, conceding another try or even a goal. Bailey.
It's got to be a huge defensive set here by London to deny Leeds here.
Kevin Sinfield, good pass. Here's a chance here now. Oh, can he go in? Yes, he does. Calderwood is in at the corner, but it will be another video decision. Did he ground it?
Well, I think he's got to go to the video referee. That technology's there, but the other thing too is I'm not sure if the ball was held underneath him and then he lost it, or he got it down and then he lost it. I think they're the two scenarios he's looking at. He's definitely got over the line, and there's no other problems there. Here we got their little second man play, which creates a space. May have passed it too early, Conley. He now gets inside. He gets inside. Has he got the ball on the line? And it's a try, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think what we're going to find there, after the ball hits the ground, he loses it here.
Yeah.
And that's why he had to check it. Did he lose it before he hit the line? But it's a try, Ray. A bit disappointed there, London, because they've got two players there he's beaten. And the soft surface might have contributed.
That's a try.
Oh, it's a definite try.
Oh, no. Does he get it down? He's got to. It's just on his wrist, isn't it?
Ray, I was just about to say we've got 3 out of 3, me and you.
Well, we have.
You're throwing that into it.
Well, let's have a look. I've been eating my carrots lately.
He's got it down there, Ray. Ray. All right.
Well, again, as you say, the attacking side to be given the advantage.
Yeah, I think it's a try, Ray. We'll go try.
He's certainly the man in form. He picked up a hat-trick against Widnes in Super League last week, and a try against Whitehaven in the round 4.
Well, the Leeds players have got a long run. They're ready for the kick-off. Look, I think he gets the ball down here.
Yeah,
yes,
I think
he
it's
does,
down.
Ray.
I think it's down.
He does, Ray. He gets it down there. I know that the black glove there looks like it's underneath, but the end of the ball did touch over the try line.
Well,
I'll tell you what, Ray,
video referee
keep showing it.
Wants another look. It looks to be from there, doesn't it? It looks to be down from there.
And they keep showing it, Ray. It's usually means they're in doubt, the video ref. I'll stick with it. I think it's a try.
Well, we'll know soon enough. A try. Leeds then go into the lead for the first time this afternoon. 10 points to 6. The conversion attempt to come. Those young girls agree with Jeff Berry, the video referee.
Well, this try was a build-up, Ray, of a couple of things. One was the break, and they nearly scored when Rob Burrow was penalised for playing it when he said he was tackled. And the second one was the McDonald break. So they were starting to make inroads, and now they've been able to get them on the right-hand side after those 2 breaks were made on the left.
It makes you think how many tries were given and not given years ago before the modern technology, doesn't it?
It's a great technology.
David Ferner. Oh, it looks good.
Yes.
It is good. Oh, superb effort from David Ferner. He really has his kicking boots on this afternoon. I saw him against Widnes last week, and he was missing them all over the pitch. But 12-6 for Leeds.
Well, in Australia, he was a very good goal kicker, but Andy Farrell's a great goal kicker. That's why he didn't kick it at Wigan. They shift the ball here after they made some good yardage down the left. Little second-man play. They've created numbers here with the second-man play, but the defenders are all beaten back on the inside, which would they be disappointed with, because they had enough defenders there, London, to control that situation.
Good defences, Ian. Few scoring chances, but both sides have taken them, haven't they?
Well, they have. I think Leeds have had more scoring opportunities, and that's why I said that try before half-time was going to be vital to either team, and Leeds are the one who got it.
Second!
And
Come here!
that gives them a little bit of momentum
Jim.
going into half-time now.
Chris Starman! Third, Chris, here!
Leeds now moving better. Making more movement, especially in midfield now, despite the loss of those forwards, McDermott and DeWard. Oh, good run again from Adamson, couldn't just get the ball away. David Ferner, rather. And Darrell Power wanted to get into the dressing room for a chat.
That'll be nullified. 6 more tackles. I think it's first. Ray, another significant thing there. Another break made down Leeds' left-hand side. That's where the breaks are all starting, down the left-hand side.
The hooter, 12-6 to Leeds, but oh my, it was London setting their stall out in that opening 20 minutes. That penalty goal from Tony Martin, and then that Try from Bill Peden, 6-0. But the power of that Leeds three-quarter line. Tries from Senior and Calderwood, and I think just about deserving it for that comeback in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think overall 40 minutes they had more opportunities to score leads, but you know, it's London defended great in that half.
And as the players head into the dressing rooms to absorb that first half, we'll be getting all the after Headingley dressing room occupied by Leeds Rhinos, a fairly buoyant place as they head into the second half of this Power Gen Challenge Cup fifth round tie against London Broncos, leading by 12 points to 6. Been somewhat more subdued, Ryan Noble, in that Broncos dressing room.
Yeah, I think Tony Ray's got a few messages to get to his players that he needs to reinforce, but Leeds do look very relaxed, don't they? Laughing and joking in there, and that'll be a culmination of their their confidence and the fact that they think they're going to go on with this game. But the team in red are going to have a say about that.
And Keith Senior there on the left, who was really the most powerful force in that first half from the Leeds point of view. He's been at the heart of all the banter in that Leeds dressing room.
I just think that there are a lot of holes in the London Broncos defence, and maybe Darryl Powell and Mal Riley have noticed that. Say, look, you know, just got to hit different areas, hit short balls. And I think they haven't played that well, but they're still in front. So I think they're quietly confident. If they score first in the second half, you know, they'll win quite comfortably.
OK, well, London Broncos with some work to do, but both sides can still dream to a certain extent of the Challenge Cup final at the Millennium Stadium, and certainly the fans will be dreaming. And the Rugby Football League have set up a ticket information line for the final. All those with ambitions of getting there, as we analyse the stats that make up the first half, and the most important stat of all, the fact that Leeds Rhinos are leading by 12 points to 6. But that ticket information line for the final, 0870 990 1313, 0870 990 1313. That's the ticket information line set up by the Rugby Football League for all of those of you with ambitions to get there, at least as spectators, to the Challenge Cup final at the Millennium Stadium. A lot of work comes before that, though, starting with the second half of this contest here at Headingley. Leeds Rhinos leading London Broncos by 12 points to 6, and we're back with Ian Millward and Ray Fletch.
And I think we should warn any viewers ringing that contact line for tickets for Millennium Stadium that the £50 and £40 tickets have already been sold out. So get onto the phone. Quite a few lower priced ones that's still available. And a lot of big sides still left in this 100 years old tournament. Kevin Sinfield, the Leeds skipper, left out of Leeds' last two appearances in the Challenge Cup. Very, very keen to skipper the side there this year. Problems for Leeds, Ian, with injuries. McDermott, Ward, McKenna gone off. Could cause problems?
Well, cause problems, a little bit of fatigue if players got to stay out for extra long periods. And it would cause problems if it was a tight game, and that's why Leeds need to go forward with this. Interesting two stats at half-time there, Ray. Tackle count's pretty similar, but the missed tackle's much higher by London, but also more offloads by Leeds.
Whatever the injuries, both sides very, very fit, even at this early stage in the season. Both sides having done warm weather training. Leeds in Lanzarote. Broncos, a really good trip in Australia. Good take. Good take there by Steve Hawley. Had to have his back to the opposition. Kept his eye on the ball. Copy boot stuff. Good kick, good catch.
Well, it was good all around there. You know, Steve's kept his eye on the ball, and he's caught it in the in goal, which constitutes a 20-metre restart. If he caught one leg in the field of play, then gone in goal, it would have been a line drop out. So a good ruling by the referee.
Get an engineer to have a look at this, mate. It's definitely good.
But all this warm weather training, Ian, effective?
Well, it is, Ray, especially with the cold weather here at the time. You're able to do more in better conditions, less risk of injury, and also you just get more intense sessions because of the better weather. And you can sort of program what you want to aim for doing this year and set new programs and patterns and all that. They're very beneficial.
We used to have an afternoon on the sand dunes at Southport. That was our warm weather training. London now trying to force away down that left-hand side. Matt Toshak, the substitute, on there. Thorman. Does it come off? Yes, it does. They regain possession. It's back to one tackle. Stevenson. Here we see. Oh, that was a push. That was a push, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's given them a double set of 6, and this is where London's got to take advantage of situations like this.
Another Leeds player down as Neil Budworth sees the try line, goes for it. Why not? Thorman, good pass. Nigel Roy, there's a gap there. Walker's with him. Good rugby here now from London. Purdom. Good dummy. Purdom's a good ball. Oh, and Dimmock's over. Jim Dimmock is under the post. Terrific pass round the man there from Rob Purdom, former Whitehaven player, and Jim Dimmock celebrates his captaincy this season with a try under the post.
Well, the best way to describe this is fairly ordinary defence here by Leeds. I mean, there's a one-on miss there, there's a miss there. Where are the other defenders? It's left to a fullback to take it. A lot of people gone missing in action then. You've seen there's just a pass, not much doing here at all. He's going across field, running Paul's attacking lines. No London players taken out a Leeds player. There's a couple of Leeds players disputing. Just poor defence, started slow Leeds. Punished for it.
Tony Martin. Quite a straightforward kick for the London centre. And we're back, all square. Sinfield to restart. Dimmock.
Well, Leeds certainly aren't having the best of luck with injuries. The latest casualty is Andy Duneman. Just before that try was scored, he went down heavily. He was winded. He also seemed to damage his shoulder. He's soldiering on in this game, but certainly it's typical of the luck that Leeds have had with the breaks so far in the game.
Only 2 wins over Leeds at Headingley from London in the last 7 seasons, but they certainly look up for it here this afternoon. That's a good kick, pushing Leeds right back there. Not a 40-20, I don't think, but certainly keeping the pressure, keeping that territorial advantage in.
Well, you know, like we said, you know, after a try, you want to make as much yards as you can and come up with a very good attacking option with a good kick at the back end of it. And they've made a total, 95 metres. You know, you can talk about it being a knockout game, Ray, but you know, the scores keep like this, Leeds will get very jittery, I think, late.
Good solid defence though from this Broncos side. Toshak going in there, number 11. Wayne McDonald. Diskin. Ryan Bailey having to get through a lot of work here in the front row in the absence of McDermott and Ward. Good chase there from Leeds. Suddenly, London find themselves 5 metres from their own line.
Well, he's a good kick chase. I think another important thing in this game, the development of this game, Ray, is Will McDermott and Ward, the 2 Leeds front rows, come back on. Puts a big strain on Leeds if they don't.
Well, Darryl Powell doesn't look too happy. A lot of pressure on Darryl Powell last season, Ian, but Gary Hetherington, chief executive, stood by him.
Yeah, I think it's good that he has stood by him, but you know, he's got some talented players to work, good infrastructure behind him, a lot of talented youngsters behind him, so got plenty to work with, Darryl.
Mark Calderwood, former Milford Amateurs. Keith Senior. One man seemingly strong enough to burst through this London defence, and another one, Wayne MacDonald. Bailey. Good metres gained by Senior, MacDonald, and now Bailey, but we're on the 5th tackle. Burrow, Sinfield. Oh. Well, Calderwood won't like that, and neither will Sinfield himself.
No, they decide to run it on the last. They feel like they've got numbers on the outside, which they do on Calderwood. Defenders are rushed in on the front foot people, but poor execution, don't get the result they want.
I think that says a lot, doesn't it? Just 3 errors from the London Broncos side here.
They're a very methodical team, you know, they grind away, you know, they work their way up the park, they have a good kicking game, you know, there's not a lot of errors in it because they don't take a lot of risks, but it's very good for them, and it's been very good for them today, so far in this game.
Jim Dimmock. Nice little chip kick. Oh, just beaten by the bounce. Diskin trying to come away. But that was adventurous rugby there by the Broncos skipper, Jim Dimmock. Holding down.
Well, they've made me eat my words there, Ray. I just said that, you know, they're a methodical team, and then they do take a chance, which is they're a bit unlucky not to get something out of that. And now they're being punished by giving a penalty away, and they're going to now defend inside their 20.
Leeds 12, London 12. Senior being carefully watched there by Messrs Dimmock and Marshall. Dooneman, tricky customer, good ball, that's a ball, can he get it away? Oh no, yes he can, inside, Shed Walker, he's going to be held up.
He's back in the field of play, so he'll have to play it.
Hands off!
The chances were there then for Leeds. Not a good pass, put Burrow under a lot of pressure. Still, Leeds on the attack. Diskin, little kick. Oh, Sinfield's got it down, has he? Well, they're looking at the video referee. The Leeds fans are not happy with that. And Sinfield himself has taken a knock in the process.
Well, they had numbers on the right-hand side. You were anticipating them to run it. London defender coming out of the line. He creates the space there for him to kick in between. He's on... Oh, is he onside? I think he will be. I think the London player pushes Diskin back. Grounding will be fine. Let's have a look at the kick now. Yes, I'd go with that. What do you reckon, Ray?
I'd like to see a side view, actually, Ian, to whether he was onside or not. I don't think there's a knock on.
Well, this will tell you here now. This will tell you now. Here now. There's the hole appearing. The kick. You know, it's hard to say when it left his boot because he's, you know, the ball's away from us where the camera is. Don't forget the London player does push him backwards, which over-exaggerate is he onside or not.
Well, he's onside from that angle, isn't he?
Yeah, he's onside from that angle, and you know, he controls the ball. He gets it down fine.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a try, Ray. You know what I mean?
It looks a try. It looks a try.
Like line ball's got to be a try, hasn't it?
There's one thing, Ian, you could use these video judgments for any test for a video referee, couldn't you? What we've had this afternoon,
Yeah.
it's a try.
I'll tell you what, Ray, we're 4 out of 4. We're doing all right.
Between us.
Tell you what, if we lose a job, we might apply for one of these video ref jobs. What do you reckon?
try then from Kevin Sinfield, who also picked up a try in the previous round against Whitehaven. And David Ferner, not the easiest of kicks. 2 out of 2 so far. And that's 3 out of 3. David Ferner keeping his nerve. Leeds in the lead now, 18 points to 12.
Well, here we go here. Duneman finds space. He goes across field. Here you think they're going to score. Adamson goes in behind a second-man play. Early ball to the winger. No. Pass back inside to Walker. Defence. Gee, they scramble well, London, to deny the try. But it's on the next ruck. They move back to the post and then came back to that area and created it with a kick.
2 second rows for Leeds, having a lot to do, but playing well. Ferner and Adamson, Ian, getting through a lot of work in the middle with the absence of a couple of the props to rotate.
Well, Ferner, you know, an outstanding Australian representative. I think Adamson played a test for Australia. Big guys, you know, playing long minutes too, which they must be very happy with at Leeds.
Leeds senior. Nice slip. Gary Connolly, all the experience needed for the cup run. 6 Challenge Cup finals. In fact, 2 wins with Wigan over Leeds in 94 and 95. But now for the next 2 years with the Rhinos. Sinfield. Roy. Steve Hall.
Oh, he's like a little ferret there, wasn't he? He just kept attacking him.
Thinking that myself. Good run. Broncos now with another attack. Can he get all the way? Rob Jackson, no he can't. Good covering, but still, Broncos back in here. Thorman gets it back to Jackson. Steve Hall, just a moment's hesitation, allows that to Rhinos defence to get back. Just 6 points the difference. Jim Dimmock. But no, not backwards, not gone. Difficult for Russell Borden to take there.
Well, I don't know, Ray. You know, I mean, I think his eyes were looking somewhere else. You know, he should have caught that. That was a catchable one. I think the disappointing thing for Leeds, whenever they've scored here today, they've conceded field position like this is a soft break up the middle. You know, poor attempted tackle by a player there, and that's a disappointing thing for Leeds. Whenever they've got us try, they haven't gone on with it to score next.
Terrific run though by Rob Jackson, putting the Broncos on the attack. Senior, can he do the same? No, he can't. Good tackle there from Tony Martin. Leeds.
Second.
Now then, Martin claiming that he's got the ball, but
Second.
not so, says referee Ganson.
He's either got the ball or penalised him for holding the ball.
McDonald. Oh.
Well.
Another 6 tackles now for London.
Okay, clear.
Russell Borden, another one of the former Melbourne Storm players.
You asked me earlier, Ray, what sort of effect would it have if Ward, the front rower, McDermott, the front rower, McKenna couldn't come back on? Have a big effect on Leeds here because, you know, a couple of their front rowers need a break and their back rowers, and if those 3 can't come back on, that's a huge disadvantage for Leeds.
Broncos edging nearer then. Foreman again. Nice short pass, but a good tackle. Well read there by the big man, Wayne MacDonald. Dimmock.
5 here. Hey, wait,
One tackle remaining in this sequence. Burnham. Oh. Play on. David Ferner gratefully accepts.
First. Second here.
Well, Leeds have managed to get Barry McDermott patched up and back into the action. It looked like an injury to his right knee, and of course it's not the first time he's had trouble in that particular area, but they'll be glad to see him back. They're testing the patience of their supporters a little bit, it has to be said, the Rhinos. The people behind me, I keep saying move up, move up. They don't feel that Leeds are quick enough into the tackle at all.
Man having a good game, number 12, Matt Adamson, former Penrith Panthers. 5th tackle. Again, Sinfield looking for field position. Over Calderwood's racing down. Has he taken Roy by surprise? No, he's not. Nigel Roy just getting a hand out, and a wry grin there from Mark Calderwood, but he has forced London to concede a dropout.
Gee, great kick, but what a great chase by Calderwood. He hasn't given up at any stage. Roy's had to really put his foot to the pedal. He ushers the ball over, puts his body between him and the person trying to get it. So, great kick, great chase, and they get rewarded. Another set of 6.
A chance for Leeds then to pile on the pressure. Connolly. Ryan Bailey. Never shirked to run this afternoon, the 19 years old. Diskin. McDermott. 3 tackles remaining in this sequence. Diskin. Short pass. Ferner. No sign of the Leeds pack tiring at the moment. Burrow. Sinfield, good ball. Can Adamson get there? No, he can't. Terrific scrambling defence there. Sinfield, good pass out. Calderwood can't get there.
Turnover.
Frantic defence there by London, but all congratulations to them. They got there.
Well, how silly is that? You know, I mean, you work hard for a set of 6.
Don't shout at him.
You know, I mean, it's just not on that. The other players would be disappointed with his action. Yeah, they did scramble extremely well, London. You know, their desire to scramble for each other is very commendable. And they'll be disappointed. Now, look, now they're given a chance to London to get their composure, get a little bit more yardage up the park. You don't put the nail in someone's coffin by doing that.
I think a little bit of frustration there from Calderwood, wasn't it, at not getting over.
I tell you where you get frustrated, Ray, if you get tackled right up your end of the park. He got tackled 1 yard short. There's no better spot to hand the ball over than that spot.
Second. Clear. Hold.
Dimmock. 6 Aussie tests to his credit, former Canterbury Bulldogs and Parramatta player. Foreman.
4. Back here, Matt. Good line, mate. Come on.
Leeds might be leading him, but you can still sense that pressure that's been on them with the tackling done there by Diskin, Sinfield and company.
Yeah, McDermott's been a breath of fresh air for him because they'll get someone fresh in there, but you know, it was a big loss losing a couple of their players, so they can't rotate around. Like I said, you're allowed to use 12 rotations out of 4 fresh players, and they're limited in that. And you know, this is suiting London here now, kicking the ball in the touch, walking the scrum, getting their composure after they've had to work very hard on their line to deny Leeds a try.
Okay, Baz, hang on. Hang on, Rusty, head in. Let's have the heads in, right? Barry's head. Okay.
You get the feeling we're going to see a ball to Senior who's going to run, 40 yards and put the winger back in to open them up here. You know, I mean, it's still a lot of to and fro here, and since Senior is a game breaker.
We can see plenty of interchanges remaining, 6 for Leeds and 5 for the Broncos, but of course it depends how many substitutes you've got left on the bench to interchange, doesn't it?
It is. You've got to have fit players, and Leeds are a little bit struggling in that area.
There is one fit player, number 19, Ryan Bailey, a star of the future, just 19 years of age. Sinfield, well, would probably been advised just to keep hold of the ball there. On the 5th tackle. Duneman forced into the kick. Tom Hockett.
They'll be disappointed with that kick, Leeds. They have 3 kickers in their team. Rod Burrow, the number 7, Andrew Duneman, the standoff, and also Kevin Singfield.
And there's a bit of a punch up down the far side there. The touch judge coming on, Mr. Hewitt, but no disciplining of anybody. Steve Hall forced inside, beats one man, can't get past Andrew Duneman. But still London enjoying this territorial advantage. Neil Budworth, another young 20 years old, making his way in the game. Purdham. Now then, did that go backwards? Yes, says referee Ganson. On the 5th tackle. This will be a tester. It is. Oh, it's high. Well taken by Cummins. And I think that just shows Francis Cummins' full-back days, doesn't it? Leapt high, took the ball well.
Yeah, it's a part of the game. It's a bit of a lottery, so you're going to need some brave people under it. He's handled that well.
Neither side really beginning to dominate in the forwards. Such is the intensity of their tackling in midfield.
He hasn't worked very hard, Matt Adamson, hasn't he? Him and Ferner worked very hard.
Burrow, darting little run from there. Can he get through there? He gets it away. No, that's play on, I think. So will that be.
First one off London, off Leeds.
Knock on.
Ooh, that'd be contentious, that. You know, I mean, he gets into half a break here. When they get tired, players like him do well.
Over here. Hang on. Who was it, mate?
17, let's go out here.
Well,
yeah, number 2 from
they're going to go back that little bit of fisticuff
Number
back
2
and back
from
play.
Leeds.
It's Ray,
Number 2.
but the thing here is that
Listen to the report.
They do someone's look to play the ball, lads. So, I don't know who started fighting, but you just started throwing punches, a pair of you. But it's not good. You've got to get away.
Listen. Okay, Paul. You can play the advantage. Come here because you're in a strong attacking position. Don't do it, as you know what happens at critical time. Get on with it. All right? Get in. Okay? Back play.
yeah, we're going to go back. There's a little bit of fisticuff, a little bit of push and shoving. That's twice now Calderwood's been involved with that. He gave away a penalty not long ago. So a little bit of ill-discipline interfering with the youngsters' game.
First. Matt, come on.
Just 6 points still the difference here in this Power Gen Challenger Cup tie. Not quite sure who's going into the quarter-final draw. Tony Martin.
A critical moment of the game now, really, for the Broncos, and that is evidenced by the fact that their coach, Tony Ray, for the first time in this game, has come down to the bench, has come down to personally deliver the kind of instructions, the kind of reorganisation that he thinks the Broncos might benefit from here.
And chances down this left-hand side here now. Hockey going for the corner. Good tackling and good covering across there from Shem Walker. Still, London on the attack. Dimmock. Duneman got in very, very well there on the 5th tackle. Perhaps a grubber kick. No, cross kick. Lock on.
Well, if you looked at body language here, it was a great cross kick, a reverse cross kick. He looked like he was going to kick it down the right-hand side. He reversed it all the way over the left. There was only 2 attackers and 2 defenders. Walker's come up with an error. If you looked at body language here, Ray, they look tired, Leeds. Here we go. He's going to kick right. He's going to kick at the post. No, he's going to kick all the way over the left sideline. Great kick. Oh, here's
a chance! Just tackle shot. Good tackle there by Connolly. Purdham gets the long ball. Beautifully intercepted there by Francis Cummins. Oh, he took that off his bootstraps. That was surely a try if he'd missed that. Duneman now. And Duneman now looking for the break.
Well, the ruck before, Ray, I thought he was going to score from the scrum base. And here's a try beckoning. Oh, that's the winger, and that's the centre for London. So they had numbers, London, to take advantage of.
Really getting down to the key to this game here now. 15 minutes remaining, just 6 points the difference. Good break there by Diskin. And good tackle. And it's a knock-on, I think.
Lost the ball, mate. Hard luck. Ball lost.
Both sides, Ian, having to earn their tries, aren't they? They really are.
Well, they have. It's, you know, it's they've had opportunities, both teams. Does he lose the ball here? Yeah, he does. He loses it clean. Getting some tight Leeds players, and that's, you know, like we said there, they got a couple of people they can't bring back on because they've injured themselves, and they're lacking a few support players when they get an opportunity to make breaks.
Rob Purdham put some nice passes out in midfield. Former Egremont Rangers amateur, now plying his trade in the capital.
Actually, both the young halves, Purdham and Thorman, both from Northern Ford last year in Division 1, have acquitted themselves very well here today.
Third, here. Come on, tight, guys, tight.
There is Foreman. Nigel Roy checks some putting down. Still, London in possession. Once again, Furner tracking down. That's a knock-on. Or is it? No. No, he's counting it as the 5th tackle. Chip ahead, there's nobody there. Oh! He fell over the man, according to Mr. Ganson. No trip. Be interesting to see that again.
It's noticeable, Ray. It's either a tactic by London or it's tired Leeds defence, but there's a lot of offloads coming in the Leeds defence.
Tedeskin, Sidfield, good ball to Walker, but again good cover tackling. Just look at that. 5 Londoners across there on that left-hand side.
4. Well, the question goes here, does he kick for goal or does he kick it in the touch and keep mounting pressure? He's going to decide to kick for goal. There's 2 in the tackle here. Just taking a little bit too long to get up.
Well, the way it is, Ian, I mean, to score a try is so difficult this afternoon. If you can get 8 points in the lead, for London to score twice, well, it would really take something, wouldn't it?
Well, it just gives them a little bit more comfort. It also gives them a little bit longer to just get a little bit of their breath here at the moment, Leeds. They've just been under a little bit of pressure here, and they've been under a lot of pressure on their line. And it's very interesting they're making a change here now, Leeds.
And he will be a tired man, Matt Adamson. He has worked hard this afternoon. 42 metres then for David Thurner, a man used to pressure. Played with Wigan in the Challenge Cup final, win over St Helens at Murrayfield last season. Grand final down under with Canberra Raiders. Looking for 2 points. No. Touch judges, Mr. Hewitt, Mr. Hawley, signalling no goal, so we're still battling away here at Headingley. Will it be Leeds? Will it be London? In the draw on Monday. Calderwood.
First, no penalty.
Malcolm, do you want me to give the man a match 2 minutes ago, do you?
Duneman.
Come on. Come on, Johnny, mate. Don't let him down, mate.
Diskin.
Okay.
When you're tired, you tend to drop 1 or 2 passes. Your arms just don't quite get to the ball. The shoulders are aching. A lot of tackling gone on in this game. A lot of fierce tackling in the middle with the forwards. Russell Borden. Still tight. Not a score for 20 minutes. You don't see that very often in modern rugby league, Ian.
Well, we had that in the first half, didn't we? In the first 20 minutes, there was only 2 points. So There has been opportunities, but I think it's been more of the enthusiasm and the scrambling ability of both teams to deny both teams tries.
Danny Maguire, number 6, another young half-back star from Leeds, coming off the substitutes bench. 10 minutes to full time now. And the best of offloads by McDermott. Oh, Ferner has got to run again, and he's doing it well. Just look at the number of tackles there. 279 if my maths all level is right. Oh.
2 going for the ball, just have a look if he got it down.
Well, he's asked to have a look at this. Gee, he's got some speed call to it. He doesn't give up on a chase, does he? The ball's bubbling, it's bubbling, and I think it's gone down by London. Gee, the other camera will be interesting, Ray. Now Calderwood's half given up. He doesn't think he has got it down. No, it's come down off Roy. It is no try.
Well, if both players put the pressure on simultaneously, it is a try. So that's what we should be looking for. If both hands go down on the ball at the same time, that's a try. But
well, there is a glove on that ball, and the glove's worn by Calderwood. I think I'd have to give it to Roy there, putting more pressure to get it there. No, I think it's going to be a drop out here, Ray.
no try. You've had a good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm all right.
But what it does mean is that Leeds should receive possession from this dropout. They do. Sinfield. Offloads the willing hands of David Ferner.
Rob Purdom, a big game for the Broncos. It's been a tough one, hasn't it, Rob?
Oh, it's been a bruiser, but we've still got time to win it at the moment. We're digging in there at the moment. Just a few silly mistakes on their line. We're just losing possession too much.
OK, Rob, thanks very much.
Duneman.
Matt, come on, Matt!
One try would possibly seal it for Leeds. McDermott just looking to slip that ball back, couldn't get it away. Diskin, we're looking for the drop goal. Kevin Sinfield! It's there! The referee, Steve Ganson, arm in the air, just checked with his touch judges, Mr. Hughes and Mr. Hawley. And does that extra 1 point take Leeds into the quarter-final?
Well, I think it will, Ray, and it's pretty smart thinking. It breaks that 6-point deadlock. 4 points for a try, 2 for a goal.
But I still think some tense moments to come. 19-12, not a winning score yet by any means.
There's plenty of time on the clock, and the other thing, this London team does not give in. They've gone the short kick-off to regain the ball.
Well, I can remember London being up here back in '99 with that semi-final when we looked to be heading for extra time, and they managed to grab the last gas try that took them to Wembley. Can they do it again? But they need to score twice now. They need something quickly. Borden with a chance. No.
Oh, gee, the linesman's called it forward.
No. Rusty, he's forward, mate.
Just, I think.
I think you'll find the linesman's called it too, not the referee. The referee is back 10 metres in the defence line. It's the linesman he got the call off.
Come on, you know better than that. All right, it's a forward pass. All right, OK. Well, that's his job. It's four-way communication. That's his job. Yeah, OK?
Well, they wouldn't mind this at the moment, Leeds. This is eating the clock up, Ray. Talk all you want.
No matter who gives it, long it's right.
Although I will say that the London players accepted the decision in the end, didn't they?
Well, you got it, Ray. He's not going to change his mind.
No. Less than 7 minutes remaining. And I think he's judged that he's lost the ball. Has Duneman? Yes, he has, I think. Or is he? Oh, he's pushed out. Just look at that arm underneath. He's pushed out. Yeah. Well, they got the ball back in the end in London, but that was pushed out. Dimmock. led his side well here in midfield. 5 tackles remaining in this sequence. 10 metres from the line. Desperate tackling here from Leeds. Dimmock to Thorman. He's well covered there. Dimmock again. Borden. Leeds moving out very, very quickly from this line. Still Retchless. On the 5th tackle. Dimmock. Oh. Not the best of kicks from the London skipper there.
I think that catch by Singfield will be needed by the English cricket team in the gully against Australia the next couple of days, Ray.
Oh, don't you start about Australian cricket.
It was a telling set of 6 there by Leeds to the 9 there, with the clock ticking down.
Good run by Wayne McDonald. Fifth tackle again. Just keeps the pressure on the London Broncos.
Well, it's a very astute kick, it is. Very astute kick, because he's run the ball on the touch. He's going to eat the clock up. He gives you a chance to get some composure here. And they need to keep the ball in play, London.
Got by a bit. Okay.
The referee just
lock in, stay in, Kevin.
Checking his watch, but of course he doesn't really have anything to do with the timekeeping. The 2 officials, one from each club, fingers poised on the hooter. Martin. London with a lot to do to get up to the other end of that pitch. Darryl Powell just explaining to his assistants what they have to do in defence. Move in very, very quickly. Stop the ball getting to the wings. And once again, that man, Steele Retchless, once made 66 tackles in a match against Bradford. A record in rugby league. Now then, Forward gets away. He's got Dimmock in support. Dimmock with the kick. Martin's chasing it. Danny Maguire does well, but I think it's going to be a drop out. He's claiming he's got the ball in play over the try line.
Not from me, it's a drop out.
Referee Ganson's given his decision.
Well, it's a good kick. He's turning young Maguire around here. Has he got the ball back in the field of play? Oh, gee. It's contentious, that one, right, isn't it?
Calderwood with cramp. 3 minutes remaining, but 7 points, crucially the difference. London need to score twice. A try and a goal, not enough for the Broncos. That Sinfield drop goal, the difference. But terrific effort here by the Londoners. Foreman. Matt Toshack. And a big effort from the young British players, Ian, I think.
Yeah, there's been a lot of positives from the London team here.
Dimmock.
But this is the championship set. They must score this set of 6, London, to have any hope.
Marshall. Has it got? Duneman picks it up. Leeds will surely play this now through the pack. They'll want to sort of walk this clock down. McDonald. Terrific effort from both sets of forwards. They've tackled their hearts out. They've ran when they've been called. A lot of points in those two sets of forwards. Oh, he does well to keep it in, because he has to keep it in. The seconds... Oh, no, he's not.
The Power Gen man of the match for the Challenge Cup here today, I think it's been a well-deserved and a tireless performance, is David Furner wins the Power Gen award.
Well, I wouldn't disagree with you there, Ian. I think both he and Matt Adamson done sterling work in the pack.
Well, I just feel too, Ray, his goal kicking's been instrumental. He's kicked some difficult goals. He's been instrumental in all their attack and defence. It's been a very great 80-minute performance by him.
Seconds remaining. Ripping the ball out. Well, professionalism says Leeds should go for goal and let this clock tick down. But I think the fans want them to run the ball. But I think they'll go for goal.
Well, you would, you know. I mean, there's only a short period of time. It eats the clock. They're in control. They've wrapped up the game. And even if they get the ball from a short kick off London, they won't have time to win the game.
Hey, Jeff.
David Furner then, looking for possibly the final 2 points of this match. He certainly gets the 2 points. The whistle goes, and so does the hooter. And London, who scored first in both halves, just couldn't quite continue on. It was Leeds who proved just too strong. They continue their good run in the cup, reach the 5th successive quarter-final stage, and they do look capable now, I think, of mounting a serious challenge and possibly a return to a final at the Millennium Stadium.
Well, congratulations, Darryl. I mean, a close game. Was it the right result on balance, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously a very tough game, and all credit to London. I thought they really came here with a game plan in mind, and they stuck to it. But we've come up with the win at the end of the day, and that's the most important thing.
I would have thought that first half you thought you had your problems, didn't you?
Oh, we had a few problems throughout the game, you know. And the ruck area is something that we didn't master all the way through, and London restricted us pretty well. It's something we'll look at. We've obviously got plenty of improving to do. It's early in the season, and we'll get better. But proud of the boys. They've stuck at it, and they've got the result.
A sigh of relief with that remarkable try that Kevin Sinfield scored again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get the bounce of the ball now and again, and you know, you're always happy when you do. I think it bounces out throughout the season. You get some for you, some against you.
Happy to be in the hat.
Yeah, obviously happy to be in the next round.
Congratulations, Darryl. Thanks so much.
Richard Duckenfield there, our touchline reporter. Our thanks to our commentary team of Ian Millward and Ray French. Let's get the final.